I would say my son loves coming to school, and usually takes the run yard for junior year. On top of it, he's taking Spanish classes, so he's not feeling joy at the moment.
And notice the senior parents are sitting up front. And they are the wealth of knowledge and a resource for all of us that are still figuring it out, even after my third year here. So know that for all of you guys, call on each other. Just go to the directory. You'll meet some people tonight, and every opportunity you engage on campus. Ask questions. We're all figuring it out as we go too. But the good part is you've got an amazing faculty and staff and students. Every one of your kids seem to really have been able to break down barriers within each other and open cliques, and that's really kind of fun to be with this. So for those of you that just joined us, I'm John Warren. Tonight we've got Adam Juratovac.
Got it.
Say that 5 times now. And Adam is, we have a number of different parent conferences each year where we invite parents to come in and get some information about a variety of different topics. It could be about prevailing drugs in our community. It could be about how to prepare your student for college. It could be about just the social dynamics of what's going on in high school today and on our particular campus. Adam's background is really, really unique, but it's so applicable to our youth today. So Adam's a lawyer, but is and a social media presenter. As you think of, and his experiences with professional athletes in a big way, we'll hear a lot about that tonight. But as you think of our students going forward, they're creating their own brand. And how they manage that brand in the public domain, oftentimes what they think is private domain may not necessarily be private domain. And so for me, this is awesome because I don't know the difference between a tweet and a twerk, and I know that both can be really good at times. And I'm the dinosaur guy that lives in the 8-track world. And so we've got a vast array of kids that are really participating in social media and impacting their brand and image online, and others that aren't. We have a wide spectrum of youth. But Adam is a wealth of knowledge, and I'm so excited to hear more about him tonight. I'll let you take it from here.
Thanks, appreciate it. So, tonight I'm going to be talking about tweeting, and I'm not going to be really describing or explaining what twerking is.
You can find that on there.
I like that joke, that's funny. Yeah, don't Google it, I wouldn't Google it. At least not from your phone.
No.
So yeah, like I'm Adam Juratovac, and a little bit about me. Well, first of all, I really like intimate crowds because I'm really able to dive down on what the people really want to know about social media, because we've all been in those, we've all heard about it, we've all been in these meetings before where we're telling the kids what not to do. So I'm really excited to tell and we'll share what I told the kids this morning, how they reacted to it, and also the things that y'all can do in their daily lives that'll help them be more cognizant of their social media presence. And also give you all opportunities to have conversations with them about topics that might be a little difficult, especially right now. So, moving over that a little bit, I like that picture, just because it's an awesome picture. I think, so I was at this one fashion show, and there was all the models that were like going in the back, and they do all like the photo shoots before they walk on stage. So I was emceeing part of it, and I just went to the photographer and was like, hey, can I do some like action shots right now? He still charged me for it, but you know, I got that one. I like that one a lot. Keyboard lost. It's all right. So, oops. I know. So, I just want this more being a conversation, especially because a lot of the parents I talk to, they know what their kids are doing, but it's very similar to you're raising your kids in a very controlled environment from a very early age. You know, you're allowing the influences in their lives, and you're allowing who they're talking to, you know who they're hanging out with, because half the time you're driving them there. You know, you're giving them money to do these things. But with social media, and I've seen second graders who have their own Instagram accounts. Does everyone know what Instagram is? So we're going to talk about it too. It's one of these social media apps that is very popular with your kids now. There's some third graders on that, and parents are allowing them to get on it Because it's safer than Facebook to them. It's safer than Twitter. Does everyone know what Twitter is? It's safer than Twitter. But realistically, all the same people are hanging out at all of them. And you're raising them in this controlled environment, and then you're giving them access to the open ocean, where there's a lot of sharks, there's a lot of eels. And there's a lot of things that where they're adventuring to and they're traveling to that y'all don't know about. So we're going to talk about the things that, first of all, the biggest apps that they're using right now, and there's a couple new ones out there. We're going to talk about how they're using them, what y'all should look out for, because they're still teenagers. And they're still doing the same teenager things y'all did when you were teenagers. And also, we're going to talk about the JVAC stack. So that's what I call it. If y'all can think of a better name, let me know. So this is, how's it going? So my work with professional athletes, well, I'll talk about it real quick. So I played college and professional football, and after I moved back, after playing, I retired, and I moved back to California. I became a lawyer, and then I started a sports website instead of taking the law jobs. So what started out as me and 5 other professional athletes writing articles about our lives grew to me and 50, and then that grew to me and 80. And then we started selling their content online. We started selling the articles that they were creating. We started selling their posts, getting sponsored posts for it. When you have access to 80 professional athletes, a lot of big brands want to work with you. So I got recruited to build out the sports division of this marketing agency. So imagine me going to just working with athletes of these smaller brands, to where all my clients were Procter & Gamble brands, and they were every single brand you would see when you walk into a Target. Those were my new clients. And then my athlete base grew out to me having access to over 350 professional athletes that range from every single sport you could think of, every level, and every geographic location. So for my clients, I was telling them the exact type of athlete brand, the exact type of person online that they needed to endorse, that they needed to work with, and spend their advertising dollars on. With these athletes, I was tuning their online presence, their social media brands, to be exactly what those big brands wanted. So it was family friendly, community safe, and then, community oriented, family friendly, and brand safe. Because within 30 seconds, I could scroll down 1 or 2 years of their social media timelines, these athletes. And within that minute, I can tell you who they're hanging out with, what they value, and where they're hanging out. And with that information, I can tell you the exact actions that they're going to have in the next couple months. So my value was being able to see what these athletes and seeing what these other celebrities post on social media, taking it, and then being able to determine their future actions. So I created, how's it going? I'm Adam. So we're talking about social media in this presentation, but I'm hoping it's something like, it's like nothing you've ever heard before, right? So we're gonna be talking a little bit, I spoke to the kids earlier today, gave them an hour presentation on brand awareness, how to build their student brands so they can benefit for college applications. So I'm just giving you all a little preview of what I told them, and also things that y'all can do at home to keep a pulse on your kids. So
And can I interrupt?
oh yeah, go for it.
So are we saying like Facebook is no longer Facebook, just a way to, like I use it to contact like long lost family members in Mexico? So the kids, are we saying they should, under their own name, like have two types of profiles?
Okay, so that's a good question right there. We're gonna get to that. And
I was like, wait, I think I know that boy.
so for the athletes, let me just wrap this around, because then after, I really want to know what y'all want to know about social media. Because obviously I have the things I can talk about, but I'm way more interested, especially in a smaller group, on the questions y'all have, and then how we can talk about those. So I was creating the athletes' brands online to be, community-oriented, family-friendly, and brand safe. So then I was working with a lot of athletics directors around the country, a lot of D1 athletics directors, a lot of conference commissioners, and other people in the media world. So I built the ideal student athlete. And that's the program that's in a lot of universities right now. Like, they're all learning it, and they're just using that for their post-athletic careers. So once they're done with college, they're leveraging their sports career on social media to help them get those interviews for real jobs afterwards. Fast forward a little bit more, I started working a lot more in academia. I started talking to a lot more principals. Started seeing the life skills that a lot of these high schools and colleges are putting on for their students. And then I wrap that around in the social media brand. Because if the kids want to be good Samaritans, they want to be seen as that positive worker, so when they apply for a job and they get background checked, the employer is going to do the exact same thing I did. They're going to look at their digital footprint. They're going to look at the things that they post online because it's readily available. And based on that, they're going to learn a little bit more about your kid. They're going to learn a little bit more about your student, especially like what they value, where they're hanging out with. And if they post say they're in college, and they post a picture of them going out once a week. After 4 years, that's 200 and something posts, right? So when you scroll down for 2 years, every fourth post is going to be a partying picture. Is that the type of, if an employee, if you're an employer, and an employee want to work for you, sent you his resume, or sent you her resume, and every fourth picture was of her partying that you could easily find on the internet, would you hire that person? Not really, because it's not bad, but at the same time, if that's the image that that person's projecting on social media, I'm wondering what that person's also doing in real life that they're not showing. They're not going to share. Because there's 100 other applicants who have the exact same credentials who won't be doing it, who won't be a liability to the company. So, what do y'all want to learn about social media? How do you want to learn what your kids are using it for, or how they're using it, what apps are they on, or what other issues do you guys see? I know you said multiple accounts.
I wouldn't even wrap my mind around, I've heard what you said, the idea of what you're saying is heard before.
Yeah.
And I've heard that colleges and bosses are looking in, and that it's no longer like mandatory for bosses to get passwords from people to
Yeah.
look at their sites. But are we saying then if it's made public? Like, how do you separate your personal life from that image that you want